Hey guys, Johneric here. Welcome back, or maybe this is your first video of mine you're watching. I'm going to be doing a real quick explanation of what is a binary compensation plan. How does it work? How do you build it? How do you get paid? Things like that. It's a very common question, so I'm going to keep this video short. And somewhere around this video, you're also going to find a complete breakdown, probably be a 5 to 10 minute video with how the entire compensation plan works here at Team Beachbody. But here's how binary works essentially. You got yourself, represented by this circle. You've got two legs or two businesses. In fact, let me take this off, and I'm going to start down a little bit lower. We're going to put it right here. Let's assume that this is you, and you've got two positions underneath yourself, right and a left. Now, whoever brings you into the business is somewhere above you. Let's assume that Fred is over here, and Fred is the guy who enrolled you, and you are in his, what would that make it, your left leg. Okay, so this is your sponsor. This is you. We'll give you a little hair, maybe a couple of ears. So this is you, this is your sponsor. You've got two positions directly underneath you. Now, your left leg will be considered your power leg, and here's why. It's very simple. Your sponsor also has two legs just like you. Well, once he sponsors you and somebody over here, he has no option of where to put somebody. He has to put them down underneath somebody else. So essentially, half of your business, you will have a team of people helping you build that that are above you. So let's say you put somebody here in your business and somebody here in your business, and we'll talk strategy in a different video on why to place people in specific spots. This is just a simple explanation of what it is and how it works. So you put two people here. Once you've got these two people in place, that qualifies you as Emerald for one, which has all kinds of benefits, but that's a whole different video. You don't have any choice but to put people under other people. So for example, let's say that you're a real aggressive person and you want to create a lot of results with your business. Well, here's what's going to happen. Once you've got these two positions filled, you've only got four choices at that point. You've got to put your next person in one of these four positions. Well, you never want to put somebody in what's called an inside leg. You always build to the outside. So this person has two legs, and this person has two legs, and so forth. So this chain right here would be considered your left power line, and this would be considered your right power line. You never put anybody in these inside spots under any circumstances. You can, but I do not recommend you do that. There's a couple of reasons for that. So that's essentially how the structure of a binary works. Now, how do you capitalize on this? Well, let's say you put these two people in, and then you put somebody else right here in this spot, and then your next person will go over here in this spot, and then your next person will go over here, and then your next person will go over here. You wouldn't put them here. You'd put them always on the outside. Now here's the cool thing. This isn't just you doing this. As these people start bringing their people in, they have to, now when this guy comes in, let's say he doesn't do anything for a couple of days, and you've already got these spots filled in his organization. Well, he would want to put his first person down here. So that benefits these other people that you brought into the business. The volume, or the sales volume, for lack of a better word, flows through all these people's organizations, including your upline, the people above him or her. And what's really neat is your business ends up getting built for you. Now, I'm not suggesting you don't do any work, because if you don't do any work, you can't make any money at all. But how do we get paid on this? Well, we get paid on volume. So to keep the math simple, we're going to assume that every dollar someone spends, whether they're buying a shake, a DVD set, some protein bars, whatever it is, every dollar someone spends gives you one volume point. Okay? That's not exactly right, but that's so close to the truth that we're going to keep it there to keep it simple. Okay? Now let's say everybody that joins comes in with a challenge pack. If you don't know what that is, there's another video about that as well. And they get Shakeology as one of the things they get on a monthly basis. I get a lot of stuff on a monthly basis besides Shakeology, so my sponsor and my upline is very happy because I spend probably anywhere from $500 to $800 a month buying products, and I sample a lot of stuff and whatnot. But anyway, to keep a long story short, you build left, you build right. Now, this person brought this person in. Now this person's next person would go here. So they have to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, just like you did. But every time Fred, your sponsor, you, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, sponsor someone on the left, they get forced down here to the very bottom, and that benefits everyone in the entire organization. Now what's really neat about that is, when I put my father in the business, for example, I put him on my right side, and my right side was filled up all the way down 63 levels deep. So when I brought my dad in, 63 people between me and him benefited financially from me bringing him in. Now, I put my wife right here, for example, so I put lots of people under her, and she put lots of people under her, and they put lots of people under them, and so forth and so on. So essentially, because we're married, we're double dipping, meaning everybody that gets placed from her down, my wife and I get paid on twice on the same person. And there's more strategy, we can get deeper into that. But how do we get paid on the binary? It's very simple. Once you've got, let me just do a little quick erase here. So you got the structure down, I hope, at this point. But every time, so let's split this down the middle, and let's say this is you, and of course you got your right and your left, and we're not going to draw a bunch of circles, but every time there's $100 over on one side, it doesn't matter if it's right or left, and $200 on the other side, that's considered a cycle. Okay, that's volume cycling. So every time you accumulate 300 total, 200 on one side, 100 on the other, that volume gets removed, and you get paid either $14, $16, or $18, depending on the rank that you hold with the company. As an emerald, you get paid $14 per cycle, and there are limits based on your rank on how much you can earn these type of bonuses. As a ruby, you get paid $16 a cycle, and as a diamond or above, you get paid $18 per cycle. Now, what's really neat about this is, like for example, my true story right now in this moment is, in my right leg, I get anywhere from 4 to 6, sometimes even 7,000 volume points per month coming through this leg. But over here, I didn't put as many people over here, and I just haven't worked as hard over here on this side of my organization. So that one's a little bit less. But let me show you what happens. This is really cool. So over here, I average probably about $1,000 a week, and over here it's anywhere from $4,000 to, let's call it $7,000 a week comes in. Well, all they do is they find out how many cycles they can pay me on. Well, this is my smaller side or my weaker side, so remember it's 100 and 200. So if it was in a perfect world, I would have 1,000 here and 2,000 here. Now that's a perfect world. It's not a perfect world, so that's not what happened. So watch this. So basically, they look at the weaker side and say, okay, how many times will 100 go into that? Well, 100 goes into 1,000 10 times, and then 200 goes into, let's just pretend that it's 4,000. Keep the math easy, okay? 200 goes into 4,000, a whole bunch more than 10 times. But you can only get paid when there's an even amount of volume on both sides, 100 and 200. So they would simply say, okay, 10 over here, and 10 times 200 is 2,000. So they would only be using 2,000 of my volume from the 4,000. Well, what happens to the extra 2,000? That's my wife. Say hi, Jane. Hi. That's the really cool part about this is once you hit the rank of emerald or above, all that volume, and to hit emerald is very simple. You just get 2 coaches and that's it. That extra 2,000 goes up in here into a bank, and it will just sit there waiting for me to balance it out. So once I have an extra 1,000 over here, they'll use this 2,000 and pay me another 10 cycles. And of course, as a diamond, which is what I am right now, that's $18. And then that would be for this right here. So that'd be 10 times 18 is $180. Now here's the neatest part of it all. Most of this volume doesn't come from any place of anybody that I know. I found a few who found a few who found a few, and some went out and found a whole lot, and so forth and so on. And what's really neat about this opportunity in particular is this volume, it doesn't make any difference if it comes from a coach's purchase or from a customer's purchase. And this company gives away customers, and I mean hundreds of thousands of customers every single month. Now, I've been fortunate because I qualify for customers. My wife and many people on my team qualify for customers. So what that means to me is, for example, I've got a girl named Carmen down in my maybe 10th level or so. Carmen's got so many customers given to her by the company that her personal volume isn't just the $90 a month that she spends on her shake, her personal volume is around 2 to 3,000 per month just in her personal orders. Now that's not her own consumption, that's her consumption plus all of her customers that the company's given to her, plus the customers that she's gotten as a result of her recruiting and selling efforts. So I've got one person in one position that represents the equivalent of having 35 coaches in that one spot. So we'll get more into that in another video. This is just a basic what a binary is. How do we get paid on it? We'll do another video on rank and all that stuff. And then I will also do a little 60-second video how to explain the compensation plan. Not in this much detail, obviously, but enough to get some of the information they need to say, you know what, that's something I want to participate in. So that's what a binary is. That's how we get paid. That's how it works. I didn't do an income disclosure statement in this video because I didn't talk about any specific income, my income, or anything. This is just a general example of how the binary compensation plan works. So in the interest of keeping the video short, I cannot believe this went 11 minutes, but oh well. Anyway, take care, God bless. Tune in to find out more about what we're doing over here. I'm going to post this at 212faq.com. I'll put this on our YouTube page or Facebook page. I'll put it all over the place, but you're in the right place at the right time with the right company. I promise you that. Take care. God bless.